Am I ever going to get better? Am I ever going to heal? Is it worth trying to heal? I'll never be able to go back to work. I'll never be able to go back to my normal life. I'll never be able to run, work out, lift weights again. No one understands me. I might as well give up. Are you constantly struggling with these negative thoughts? What are negative thoughts? Negative thoughts are beliefs, words, cognitions, images that are harmful or detrimental to ourselves. And negative thoughts do it very slowly. In today's video, we're going to talk about what are negative thoughts, where do they come from, why do we have them, and I'm going to teach you on how to silence these negative thoughts. Imagine you have this big, beautiful, gorgeous house, but inside the kitchen, you have an ant problem. You have millions of ants crawling, walking all over your countertops, your refrigerator, your garbage can, all over the floor. So what do? You call pest control. Pest control will put these ant traps around your house. Inside the ant trap is a substance. It's poisonous, but it's very sweet. And when the ants take a little bit of it and eat it, they like it. But the poison inside these traps doesn't just kill them right away. Usually these traps are smart. That sweet substance that's poisonous, it allows the ant to eat it, to desire it. They take it and they bring it back to the ant nest. And these ant traps are purposely designed so it doesn't kill them right away. This is so the ant can take the poison back to the ant nest, and slowly the other ants will eat it as well, and it will poison the whole colony. And just like that ant poison, negative thoughts are toxic. At first, it may seem sweet, but over time, they can harm you. The next question becomes, why do we have these negative thoughts? And I want you to really rethink negative thoughts. I know usually most people, when they think of negative thoughts, they think they're annoying. They get frustrated with them. They say, how can I get these negative thoughts out of my mind? How can I silence these negative thoughts? And the truth is, if you are having negative thoughts, it's because your mind believes you are in danger. And it uses these negative thoughts to keep you safe. For example, if you were in a jungle and you heard a ruffling in the leaves behind you or in a tree behind you, you all of a sudden start having not positive thoughts, negative thoughts. You start thinking to yourself, what is that? What can it be? Is it a jaguar? Is it some sort of animal? Is it a lion? You start worrying about all these million ideas come to you, and they're all negative. Why? Because the mind is trying to keep you safe. Thankfully, we no longer live in this kind of environment, but that's what it was made for. We now live in very safe environments for the most part. And living in the safe environment that we live in now, these negative thoughts are actually more harmful than they are beneficial. There really are 3 reasons I can find why we may be more negative than usual. 1, the way we are raised. If our parents or our caregivers are negative, guess what? We're going to be negative as well because we're programmed from them to be like them. So if they're constantly worried and negative and stressed, when we grow up, the blueprint that we learn in our minds is from them. We learn to be negative, worried, and stressed. Number 2, childhood trauma. If you've had any sort of childhood trauma, your mind understands and believes it is not safe. And remember what I said before, what causes negative thoughts is you or your nervous system not believing you are safe. So at a young age, if you were traumatized or going through events that were very traumatic for you, guess what? Your nervous system and your mind understand that it is not in a safe environment. So what does it do to protect itself? Yeah, that's it. It has negative thoughts to protect you. And reason number 3 is because we are so focused on our negative thoughts. Why? Because we believe that our negative thoughts are being truthful. We believe that if we make a mistake in the world, and if we're not perfect, that somehow we're gonna end up homeless, or we're gonna end up on the streets, or we're gonna be physically in danger. And most of the time it's not true. But the reason we believe this is because we start believing these negative thoughts that we have. So finally, to the part you guys have all been waiting for, how do we silence these negative thoughts that we have? Well, let's begin with reframing our negative thoughts. Usually, we can be upset or angry or frustrated when we have these negative thoughts. But now we understand, when we have negative thoughts, it just means that our mind or our nervous system believes that we are in danger. And I don't want you to run away from negative thoughts anymore. Instead, I want you to run towards them. What do I mean by that? I want you to imagine that these negative thoughts, these negative voices that we hear in our head, that those voices come from a part of you. It may not be you, but it's a part of you. Let me give you a simple example for my case. There is a part of me that vocalizes all these negative thoughts, and he does it to protect me. And I call him Charlie. Yeah, that's his name. And I love Charlie because Charlie tries to protect me. Anytime I feel danger, Charlie kicks in, and Charlie will start saying these negative thoughts as a warning. He tries to protect me. Your Charlie may look a little different. He may even sound a little different. He may even have a different name. But Charlie is the one inside of you, that part of you, that is constantly repeating these negative thoughts. So whenever I hear these negative thoughts in my mind, I understand that Charlie feels like I am in danger. And instead of being annoyed or frustrated or angry at these negative thoughts, or when I hear these negative thoughts, I instead reflect and think, hey, Charlie wants my attention. He thinks we're in danger for some reason. So what do I do to keep these negative thoughts, or what do I do to keep Charlie quiet? First, embrace and listen to Charlie. Do not run away from the negative thoughts that he is saying. Instead, run towards him, embrace him, listen to him, ask him questions. Don't get frustrated or angry or upset at him. Remember, there's a part of you, Charlie. He's trying to protect you. You should thank him for that. Show him love for that. Embrace him. Tell him, hey, Charlie, I love you. Thank you so much. You're just doing this to protect me. Thank you so, so much. And then proceed to ask him, Charlie, what are you afraid of? What's going on here? Why are you saying these negative things? Do you feel in danger? And maybe you can journal or think about his responses. Ask him, imagine, visualize your Charlie. And I ask him, hey, Charlie, what's going on? What are your concerns? Tell me. I want to hear you. I'm going to embrace you. I'm here for you. I know you're just doing this to protect me, and I love you for that. Whatever Charlie says, do not take it personal. He can be very dramatic. He can even be a little childish sometimes, and that's okay. Your job is to listen to Charlie without any judgment. You want to listen to him with appreciation and gratitude. Most of the time, Charlie is just saying things that are very dramatic, and usually they're not very truthful. But he says it because he is trying to protect you. The second step, once you ask Charlie, once you embrace and listen to him, ask to yourself, not Charlie, ask yourself, are the things that Charlie is telling me, is it truthful or is it highly probable? And I'll give you an example for you. Sometimes Charlie may tell you, hey, you'll never get better. I remember Charlie used to tell me this all the time. And I had to ask myself, is that thought from Charlie, that negative voice that I'm hearing from him, is it truthful? Challenge that thought. Challenge the thought that Charlie tells you. So again, you ask yourself, is this statement from Charlie, is this thought truthful? And in your case, if you're suffering from long COVID, you know it's not truthful. How do you know? Well, if you go on YouTube and you look up long COVID recovery stories, you will hear tons and tons of these beautiful recovery stories. Literally, you could go on Raylan Ago's channel and you will see tons of these different sorts of recovery stories from POTS, chronic fatigue syndrome, long COVID. It's a beautiful thing. So you know you can heal. If they can heal, if I can heal, then you definitely can heal. And the third step is to flip this thought to be the opposite. What do I mean? Well, if Charlie is telling you you will never get better, flip it. Turn it to the opposite. Imagine if Charlie said you will get better. Once you flip it to the opposite of what Charlie says, then you ask yourself, is that truthful? So for example, if Charlie tells you you will never get better, let's flip it and imagine if Charlie said you will get better. And now ask yourself, is that truthful? Will I get better? What you're doing here, you're trying to find and perceive the truth. Charlie has a powerful way of influencing you. You know, he's very dramatic and he tries to change your emotions through the thoughts, through the negative thoughts. And remember, Charlie is doing this to protect you. But sometimes it can be really hard for us. Sometimes we hear Charlie saying, you will never get better, you will never get better. And we believe what Charlie is saying is truthful. And the truth is, it's not. Most of the time what Charlie says is just a warning mechanism. He's not really being truthful. His goal is only to protect you. And it's your job to see through everything that he says to find the truth. You're trying to perceive and find clarity. And what you're doing is you're trying to find what is truly most probable. Doing this exercise is really creating space between Charlie and his words, which are the negative thoughts, and yourself, the person thinking. The more space you have between these negative thoughts and yourself, the calmer and more confident you will be in your decision decision making. And remember, your thoughts are not truth. Not everything you think is truth. So when you have a negative thought, stop. Stop believing it is truthful. Don't run away from these negative thoughts. Instead, run towards them. Embrace your inner Charlie. Listen to him. And whatever he says, challenge it. Challenge that thought. Give him love. Give him warmth. Tell him, I love you, Charlie. Thank you so much for protecting me. I appreciate you so much. What would I do without you? You protected me so many times in my life, and you're just trying to do the same thing now. Thank you so much. This is how I calm my negative thoughts, and I hope it works for you. Thank you, everybody, for watching my videos. We just hit 1,000 subscribers, and I'm super grateful, appreciative for each one of you who subscribed. And also for those that haven't subscribed and just watch my videos, thank you so much for the love. Thank you so much for the beautiful and loving comments. These comments are what keep me and my wife going. So thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. I'll see you guys in the next video.